This is Dr. Zhu, and I'm here with another Zhu. This is Zuzana
Hi.
Horvat, and she has an amazing story. And I am in Chelsea, London, sitting in her beautiful apartment here, and she has an amazing story, because this is a story. Actually, I'm recording it because this is a week for abused women. And women who got out of relationships and marriages who were really, really hard, and they were abused. And you guys can look at this woman as an inspiration of what she did. So I know that she had a very, very hard time with her husband and beating and all that stuff. And this is how she got out, and she's in London now. So how did you do it?
Well, I came to London 2005. I was separated from my husband from, I guess, 6 years that time, so now around 11.
And how old was your son at that time?
How old?
Your son?
He was 5 and turned to 6. And what did you mean?
So you left your son
when
here?
I left,
you
how
left,
old he was?
Yes.
Okay, at that time he was 1 year old. So the problem was because this reaction from my husband, I didn't know about this aggressive habit before. So when it happened, I known already I can't live with him for so long, but because he had another son who I have to take care of him. So
from the previous marriage.
I give another chance. And but after a year, it was a difficult time for him again, and he had this aggressive attack again. Tried to beat me, and well, I said just calm down, and I just take my stuff and leave.
So you left?
So that time, Levi, my son, was 1 year old, and we left, and my family supported me very well, and I built my life again very well, I guess.
So you left from Hungary to London when? How long after that?
Okay, so when I became separated from my husband, then I think I moved back to my parents' house for a year, and that time I got really nice parents, so they took care of me very well. My father and my mom helped me to buy a new flat. We set up my life. I started to be again to work in fitness industry and in a high school as a PE teacher. So I got a brilliant job, respect from people, and
but it wasn't enough.
Well, yes, because
you wanted more, and you wanted more meaning. So how did
I became stronger, I guess. I became much stronger, and I realized how much power I have. And also in my job, I think I got everything what I wanted before. My plan was, and I thought I have other talent and energy to do more.
So I know that you left to London, and you left your son with your mom and dad. And that was for almost 1 year.
Okay, the story was I came here because my sister is an English and Russian teacher. So her idea was to come to London. And I said, oh my God, that's a dark and rainy place. I don't want to come here at all. So they said, whatever, I come and I support you here. So we came here, and I fell in love with the city. And I said, well, I can feel it. I come here and make myself here.
Yeah.
I had the feeling.
Yeah.
And this feeling never cheated on me, ever. And then I had an idea. I give myself 6 months to work on this plan. And what I could see the silhouette of my plan.
Yes.
I prepared my accommodation, my work plan.
Yes.
And options for me if I come here, and also the limit in time. What was 1 year to sort myself out in this country. If I can, I said, I bring my son. If I can bring myself after a year, then I'm going to stay here. Yeah. And that happened.
So you had a fitness trainer, all certified with all sorts of stuff, because we did aerobics, fitness aerobics competition together, and you really went deep into this industry, and you really made it now, and you are working now. You went through some really hard times with your son, and I know that many times you had only just a few pounds in your pocket in the end of the month, and you have an amazing son who can think for his own, and he can do things for himself, and this is who he is. Say hi.
Hi.
So basically, how did you manage? I mean, you guys had a really hard time, and this hard time was actually welcomed for your son, because he grew so much, and now he's only 12 years old, and he can manage his own life. When stress happens, then he doesn't get scared. He just tells you how he solved the problems.
Okay, with stress, I never was a stressful person ever in my life because I was always very passionate and into sport.
Yeah.
So you should know about it. That's what comes
And
from my mom.
and he's an
and dad.
athlete also, because he's a football player.
Yeah, yeah. He can see not this thing. It's interesting because he also see and probably naturally feels. If there's anything can happen, I go for my run,
Yeah.
or I do something, some activity, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I never focus on negative stuff.
Yes.
So I see my target, I make my targets, I see my target, I just go for it. And he learned this.
So how do you
He's
see sports helping you guys through hardship, so as him? How much does it count that you are coming from an athletic background, and so as him that it helping you guys through
For example, I
hardship?
tell you a story, it's very funny, 2 stories. One very simple, sometimes I did sit-ups at home.
Yeah.
There is a proper technique, but usually no one.
Yeah.
so we really, fussy about it. And one day I just saw, sometimes I told him, you don't sit at the computer all the time. I told my son, it could be dangerous for you. So you do some activity, some sport in the middle. And like press in the house, press up, sit-ups or something. So one day I saw him, he did a proper sit-up.
Oh.
Like I do exactly. I said, who teach you for this? You sit up and you do exhale.
Yes.
It's like,
Oh,
and he
great.
said to me, how do you do the same, no? Now here we go for you. Or another story is very nice. I took him for wall climbing, and he was a little bit scared before he stopped the top and touched the top. And I said, come on, Levi, don't give up, go for it. I think that was yellow and red at the end. You know, I
Yes.
don't know what you call it, the hand.
Those rocks
Yeah,
to
the
hold on
rocks.
to, yes.
And he looked at me down and up and down and up and moved one more, touched the yellow, but one more, there was one more, the red one. And was really hesitating to come down, but looked at me up there. Okay, when I said, come on, do it. He did it, came down and he said to me, Mommy, I was so scared. But you know what I was thinking? I'm not gonna give up like my mother. My mom never gives us up.
Wow.
Now
That's amazing.
So
That's
then I
amazing.
realized I can tell him things, but it doesn't matter. What he feels and experiences with me, that's important.
That's important.